Buenos dias, bienvenidos to Oviedo in northern Spain for the third round of the 2017 CIK FIA European Championships. We are coming to you live from the almost brand new El Circuito Fernando Alonso here in Fernando's own hometown where he grew up and learnt to race in Oviedo, northern Spain. We are getting ready for the first of our three finals. Hello and welcome to wherever you are watching us live from all around the world, the third round of the European Championships here at this magnificent complex just 10 kilometres north of the town of Oviedo. This is Ian Silvestrin bringing you the live commentary for firstly our junior final. That will be followed by the OK Direct Drive category, and then we will close out our broadcast with the third round, the 2017 KZ European Championships. Well, there is the track lap map layout, I should say, on screen. We're getting ready for the first of our junior finals, 25 kilometres, 18 laps of this magnificent circuit that is only a couple of years old and is part of the magnificent La Morgal sporting complex that also includes the Fernando Alonso Museum. At the top of our broadcast, you just saw some highlights of the beautiful region of Asturias where we are this weekend. And we are in for an action-packed afternoon of racing. We are expecting a top temperature which we're struggling to reach of around about 16 degrees. And it's not real warm, I can tell you at the moment. You can see the sky is grey and overcast, but hopefully the rain does hold off until the last of our finals this afternoon. The junior karts are on the grid. We had 58 drivers line up for the junior category this weekend after they started the series at Sarno in Italy. Of course, the second round or the second event of the 2017 series was held a few weeks ago at Genk in Belgium. From here, we go to Le Mans at France before we close out the season with the double header in Northern Europe, Finland, and then Kristianstad in Sweden at the last weekend of July. Well, this is an incredible complex here in Oviedo, part of the La Morgal Sporting Complex, velodrome, football fields, magnificent golf course, and of course it includes an incredible museum dedicated to one of the greatest racing drivers of our generation. This is Fernando's hometown, and just a few metres, in fact, to the left of your screen is the Fernando Alonso Museum, which is well worth a visit. Just about everyone at the circuit this weekend has taken an hour or two to go over and have a visit. This is what it's like inside the museum Fernando Alonso here in Oviedo. This is no normal race circuit. The host venue for the third round of the European Championships is also home to the Fernando Alonso Museum. So let's take a look. A glimpse inside the Fernando Alonso Museum here in northern Spain. If you ever get the opportunity to come to Oviedo and the Asturias region, set aside a few hours to go and have a look at what you've just seen on screen. Some incredible cars, including the two Benetton Renaults that he won the 2005 and 2006 World Championship with. And speaking of championships, this is one that Fernando never took out, the European Karting Championships. And there are the junior karts on screen. There is the pole sitter for Piers Sexton Racing, Christopher Lulham. He has been awesome. Fastest qualifier and 3 heat wins from 4 starts. And there is Harry Thompson, also from London in England. Well, the Union Jack has a fair chance it'll fly atop the podium, and it may well be Chris Lulham. We spoke to the fastest qualifier, the pole sitter, just a few moments ago.
Congratulations, you are having a great weekend. You will start from the front. What about the final?
Yeah, we hope it will go well, but as we've seen, pole seems to give you quite a good advantage here, as you always end up being at the front, and we hope we can pull away and win.
Are you worried about the weather?
Yeah, we've struggled a little bit in the damper, cold weather, but we think on new tyre it will be better.
Are you worried about the weather? And he said yes. He's from London in England. He should be used to this. Nevertheless, the Perilla-powered Tony Kart number 230 to the left of your screen will start on pole. One driver who's certainly not used to this weather is the driver on screen, Zane Maloney. He's from Barbados in the Caribbean. Also for Ricky Flynn Motorsport, starts out of grid number 3 alongside the Russian Ilya Morozov on grid number 4. The immaculately presented Piers Sexton Racing kart. There is Morozov, the racing Russian. 202. Yeah, he's been superb, has Chris. Fastest qualifier, 3 heat wins from 4 starts. His worst result was a 3rd this morning. However, it counts for 0 unless he can put it all together in the following 18 laps. We are ready for this, the first of our 3 finals this afternoon. The OK Junior karts are pushed into life, and we are ready to race for the first time today. Harry Thompson, 215, eager to get on with it. He's been superb not only in the European Championships, but also in the season opening WSK Supermaster Series. The driver from Northern London. 34 drivers will get the green light in a few moments' time. We will have 2 formation laps. The track is currently dry, but I can tell you the clouds are rolling in behind the hills of Oviedo here in the Asturias region. Look how dark it is here in Spain as we look at the grid. Lulham and Thompson, all Britain, all London on the front row of the grid. Maloney and Morozov, Adrian David, the Spanish driver with the French flag, or the French driver who now lives in Barcelona, is alongside Ayrton Fonseca, Dexter Patterson, the Scot alongside Paul Aron, Rasmus Yutsimic, Andrea Rosso. Chivico also from Spain. We go down to grid number 17. Johnny Edgar, remember, he won the first round of the championship at Sarno in Italy. Starts back on grid number 17. Also look at grid number 27, Jack Doohan. Jumping Jack was fastest in his group of qualifying. He won the first heat yesterday, but had 2 DNFs. He has to start from grid number 27 here this afternoon, also driving for the Ricky Flynn Motorsport team. Well, Lulham starts to bring the field round. There are the 2 drivers from London. What a superb looking machine that is. The Perilla powered Tony Kart. Pink blue featuring the Union Jack flag for Piers Sexton Racing. On the outside of the front row, it's Harry Thompson for Ricky Flynn Motorsport. His teammate Zane Maloney is 265. Thompson is 215. Morozov with the green helmet, the blue SMP suit. And watch for Ayrton Fonseca, the Spaniard here in Spain in the CRG. Adrian David on the outside of the 3rd row. We'll have 1 more formation lap. We are in the hands of the race director, Mr. Nigel Edwards. You can see how incredibly dark it is here in northern Spain. Yesterday, we raced in the sunshine. The Brits on the front of the grid, they were virtually getting sunburnt as the temperature topped 26 or 27 degrees. Nothing like that 24 hours later. Very different track conditions. They make their way, look at that, through the Suzuka S's. A big talking point this weekend, a real driver's circuit. We are about to find out who will win this, the third event of the CIK European Championships for 2017. All Britain, all England, all London on the front row of the grid. Lulham, he's the driver to catch, no doubt about that, but the Ricky Flynn Motorsport team, 3 times world champion. Their drivers start out of 2 and 3. Watch for Morozov, the racing Russian out of grid number 4. We're ready to go green, 18 laps here in Spain. We go green, Lulham leads them up into the first corner. A great start by Zane Maloney. He pushes his teammate Thompson out wide. The RFM team karts go 2 and 3. Morozov in 4th spot. They've all gone relatively cleanly through the 3rd chicane. A couple of karts out in the grass though. Lulham is the race leader. He's being hounded. Defensive into the Suzuka S's for the first time over the ripple strips. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Lulham, Maloney, Thompson. Then the racing Russian Morozov. A good start by the French driver, Hadrian David, in the Zanardi kart. So it is Zane Maloney in 2nd spot, goes defensive, but at the same time has half a look at the Londoner Lulham, who leads them round for the first of 18 times. The front 4 have pulled away. We go back to Hadrian David. This is the Palmer chicane, up the inside. Oh, what a move, what a brilliant pass by Zane Maloney. Harry Thompson does not need to be asked twice. Ricky Flynn Motorsport now go 1 and 2. Christopher Lulham, who has dominated the whole weekend, is back into 3rd spot, and he's now under pressure from the Russian Morozov. Can Lulham respond? Ladies and gentlemen, we have got a race on our hands. Zane Maloney, oh, as Morozov goes through. Lulham, let's take a look at the replay. He was leading into the Palmer chicane. You can't generally pass there. He was too conservative. The RFM drivers bang down the inside. A brilliant move. The driver from Barbados in the Caribbean, where the weather is nothing like we have here today in Spain. He now leads. Zane Maloney. 2nd is Harry Thompson. Morozov from Russia is 3rd, the fastest qualifier. Lulham, who won 3 out of 4 heats. At the moment, he's not even on the podium. He's got time to recover though. We'll check the order for you as they come across the line to complete the 2nd time. Harry Thompson slides down into turn number 2. So Maloney now leads from Thompson, Morozov, Lulham, David, Everton Fonteca. The Spaniard in the CRG. He now leads Rasmus Yutsimis, the Finnish driver. Watch Morozov, not quite close enough into the Suzuka S's. Fonteca 294, there is the CRG pilot in 6th spot. He's being followed by Dexter Patterson, Andrea Rosso. Rasmus Yutsimis also in that battle in the FA kart. You can see the track is not offering a whole lot of grip at the moment. The Vega tyres searching for every bit of traction. Lulham, he's lining up the Russian. He's close to the back of Morozov. Will he try and go through at the Palmer chicane? Not this time. This is the end of lap number 3 as they bounce over the ripple strips. Here in Spain, the radiator blind goes down on the Pier Sexton Racing entry. Up the inside. Oh, brilliant move by the Londoner, Chris Lulham. He's back on the podium. He's now got to chase the 2 RFM karts, who now go side by side into turn number 5. Maloney holds off Thompson. Morozov, will he try and respond as the RFM karts change position? It is now Harry Thompson who leads here in Spain. Maloney back to 2nd. Lulham in 3rd. Morozov 4th. Look at the freight train through the Suzuka S's. Thompson looks back behind him. Maloney, Lulham, Morozov. The Zanardi kart of Hadrian David. He is a Frenchman but calls Barcelona home these days. This is as close as he'll get to his home race. As Morozov repasses Lulham to get back on the podium. The RFM karts over the ripple strip they go. This is the end of lap number 4 right now. Oh, a big accident coming onto the straight. We've lost Ethan Fonteca and Hadrian David. Oh, the Spanish driver and the driver who lives in Spain. You saw it right there coming out of the Palmer chicane. They have both taken themselves out and retire from the final. Rasmus Utsimis, the Finnish driver, he goes up the inside of Lulham. The Finnish driver, where we will race the penultimate round of the series, he is now just one step off the podium. This race has come alive on lap number 5. RFM still go 1 and 2. Thompson, Maloney, look at them into the left-hander. And they are being caught now by Ilya Morozov. Morozov down the inside. That was a nice move by the Russian. He splits the RFM team pilots. Through the right-hander into the Palmer chicane. He closes the door. Good defensive move by the Russian. The yellow flag is out for that incredible incident just a lap ago involving David and Fonteca. There are their abandoned karts. Thompson, Morozov, Maloney. 1, 2 and 3. Lulham is back in 4th. Then it's Utsimis, Mattia Michelotto. How about the driver from Padova in Italy? He's come from grid number 16. He's now the best Zanardi kart. He's in 6th. There he goes through the right, left. You can say that all the times you want and the karts will still be going through. That is the incredible Suzuka S's complex here in Spain. Morozov looking to make the move on the race leader. Thompson goes defensive. Thompson not defensive enough. The racing Russian now leads. Thompson gets him back. Maloney goes through. Look who's right there. Chris Lulham's back in play. Utsimis, the Finnish driver, on the back of the pole sitter. The end of lap number 5. Utsimis goes through on Lulham. Over the ripple strip they go. Roman Stanek in the Cosmic kart. On the tail of Mattia Michelotto. This is anybody's race. We still have 12 laps to go. The final of the junior race here at the European Championships here in Spain. Morozov up the inside. Utsimis over the back of him. Oh, Maloney's been taken out. You could virtually say that's the end of his race. Morozov and Maloney have come together. Thompson is skipping away. You can see he's got 5 or 6 kart lengths on guess who? The pole sitter, Lulham. We're trying to see what has happened to the driver from Barbados. Zane Maloney, contact into the aerodrome hairpin. He's a long, long way down the field. He'll have to drive the race of his life as we look at the replay. Up the inside into the aerodrome hairpin. Makes contact, pushed out wide, does recover, but he's a long way down the field. We're back live. Oh, that's Utsimis, been pushed out wide. The Finnish driver who was looking so good comes across the line in P18. Andrea Rosso, there he is in the baby race kart. He's dragged himself up to within 1 position of the podium. Having said that, he's now just been passed by Johnny the Englishman Edgar, the Forza Racing team pilot who won the opening round of the series in Italy, has dragged himself back up into contention along with the wee Scott Dexter Patterson. He's in 7th. There's the Forza Racing team drivers. What a race we have got here in Spain. Utsimis and also Bortoleto, the first of the Brazilians. They're a long way down the field. After that incident, a few laps to go. This is not even half race distance. And would you believe it? We're back to where we started. The drivers from London in the British capital are back running 1 and 2. Christopher Lulham a few laps ago, he was not even on the podium. Now he hounds the back of Thompson. Up through turn 5, Thompson knows he's there. He's being pushed by the Piers Sexton Racing entry. The yellow flag's out. He cannot pass. There is the Brazilian Bortoleto who's trying to restart, but his day's virtually over. Mattia Michelotto, the Italian from grid number 8, 16th, is now on the podium. What a drive, what a start by the Zanardi kart team pilot. Morozov back in 4th. Then it's the 2 Forza Racing team drivers, Edgar and Patterson. They're running 5 and 6. Roman Stanek, Andrea Rosso. How about Jumping Jack doing from grid number 27? He's in 9th. What a drive from the young Australian. He'll come into picture right about now, dragging himself into contention. You just saw the radiator of Hugo Sass bouncing, having come loose as he bounces over the ripple strips here in Spain up the inside. Thompson retakes the lead. Michelotto, he has come from the clouds. Once again, we've got a battle for the lead involving 6 karts. Genis Civico and Andrea Rosso trade places. They go through the Suzuka S's here in Spain. Thompson, Lallam, Mattia Michelotto, Ilya Morozov. The Russians not out of this either. And the Forza Racing team drivers, they want to take victory here this afternoon, but they need to do it smart. Michelotto from 3rd up into 2nd spot. Morozov tries to go through. Watch Edgar on the back of the Russian. Will he go up the inside into the Palmer chicane? Morozov was wise to it. Patterson had to back it off. They come down the straight. This is half race distance right now. Michelotto, what a drive from the Zanardi kart pilot. From grid number 16, he is now into 2nd spot. The driver from Padova in northern Italy, driving for Dino Chiesa's Zanardi kart team, closes the door on Lallam. Ironic, given that we are here at the Fernando Alonso circuit. Guess who Fernando Alonso's former team manager was? It was Dino Chiesa, as Michelotto and Thompson touch wheels out of the Suzuka S's. They're 4 wide. Thompson holds on to the lead from Lallam. Michelotto back into 3rd. Here come the Forza Racing team drivers. Stanek moves up a spot also, and behind them from grid 27, it's Jumping Jack. He has come from the clouds. The Australian could almost find himself on the podium with 8 laps to go. Let's check the order for you. This is the end of lap number 11. As Lallam pulls out, goes through, and almost takes the nose off Thompson. Michelotto stays in 3rd. Edgar, Patterson, Stanek, Civico, Morozov, Doohan, Luigi Coluccio from grid 22, now inside the top 10. Thompson and Lallam, what a race we've got as they go through the Suzuka S's. Into 4th spot, the winner of the first round of the series, Johnny the Englishman Edgar for Forza Racing, now in 4th. Here comes the Forza Racing team pilot. Michelotto waves. He says, hey, the leaders, both from the English capital of London, are pulling away. I don't think Edgar cares. Goes up the inside, forces his way past Michelotto in the grass, and Patterson follows him through. We've now got at least one Forza Racing team driver on the podium. Stanek goes up the inside. Michelotto was 3rd as they come across the line this time. We're about to see where the Italian is. He's in 6th. And in the background, you just saw one driver cut the chicane. That will be an immediate black flag. There is no excuse, there is no reason. You cut the circuit under CIK regulations, that's a black flag. Lallam from pole now retakes the lead. We are running out of laps, 5.5 to go. The drivers from the British capital run 1 and 2. Piers Sexton Racing leads Ricky Flynn Motorsport, leads Forza Racing. Piers Sexton, Ricky Flynn and Jamie Croxford, their boys run 1, 2 and 3 here in Spain. And why wouldn't they, given that the Iberian nation is home to some 2 million Brits these days. Lallam goes defensive when he didn't need to into the Palmer chicane this time. Roman Stanek in the Cosmic Kart. He's now running P5 on screen. 2-3-1 machine from the Czech Republic. Ahead of Civico, Michelotto, Morozov, Doohan in P9, and Hugo Sass, the German, rounds out the 10. Thompson closes in on the back. Thompson up the inside, retakes the lead. This will come down to the final lap. You know it here in Spain. The Forza Racing team drivers, they're pressuring Lallam through the Suzuka S's. This is sensational stuff here in Spain. Lallam, oh, up the inside, he's been passed by Johnny, the Englishman, Edgar. Speaking of drivers from England, they run 1, 2 and 3. And one step off the podium, it's the wee Scot, Dexter Patterson. Thompson holds on to the lead. It's changing every single lap. At the tail of this freight train, it's Ilya Morotsov in P8. Behind him is Duan Sass. Maloney, remember, he was up front as they go side by side down the straight. 4 laps to go. Awesome stuff. Johnny Edgar retakes the lead. Oh, Lullum's been pushed out wide. Lullum has gone from the lead back to 7th as Thompson cuts the grass here in Spain. Looks behind him, it's now Dexter Patterson. This is awesome stuff. The junior final, the 3rd round of the CIK European Championships here at the Fernando Alonso circuit here in Spain. 3.5 laps now remain out of the Suzuka S's. Incredible racing. It's now Forza Racing 1 and 3. Winner of the 1st round of the series, Edgar from England. Thompson also from London. Then it's the driver from Scotland. It's an Express chassis. He's got a Tony Kart suit on. He does not care. He's running in P3 and he's looking good for a podium as we wind down the laps here in Spain. They ride the ripple strips. Look who's into P4. Local support, you bet. Janice Chivico in the Fernando Alonso kart here at the Fernando Alonso circuit. 1 step off the podium. Edgar, Thompson, Patterson, 1, 2 and 3. Michelotto holds in P5. Behind him, Morotsov. Lullum, he's back in 7th. He will need a miracle now because we've only got 3 laps remaining. So they fight their way through the Suzuka S's for the 3rd to last time. Up the infield straight. Edgar looks behind him, goes defensive. He needs to because Thompson's right there. Through the left-hander. Closes the door. It's a freight train. 1 through to 7. Michelotto, the Italian. Oh, big lock-up from Janice Chivico. Thompson's in the grass. Rally cross here in Spain. Thompson will not win this afternoon. That's effectively the end of his race. Lullum senses his chance. He's now back to 1 step within the podium. Up into position number 3. The driver from Spain. Here in Spain, Janice Chivico. Michelotto from Italy in P2. Johnny Edgar on track to make it 2 from 2. There is Jumping Jack Doohan from the Gold Coast in Australia from grid number 27. Doohan is now in 6th. What a drive for the RFM team pilots. Can the Aussie get himself up onto the podium? He's got a lap and a half to do so. Edgar, he's been awesome here this afternoon. Lullum, who has dominated. He's not even on the podium as Morotsov runs off the grass. Morotsov runs wide and loses a ton of time as Edgar comes round to get the last lap board. There's Chivico, there's Lullum. Pole position, 3 heat wins from 4 starts. He's not on the podium. Edgar, 1 lap to glory here in Spain. He won in Sarno. Will he take victory here as it gets very, very dark and overcast? Will the rain hold up for another 1.39 kilometres? Lullum wants to at least get up onto the podium. Nail-biting stuff here in Spain. Michelotto runs in P2. Chivico, he's 3rd. Under pressure from Lullum through the Suzuka S's for the final time. Edgar's got a gap of 0.4 of a second. As Janice Chivico goes defensive, Lullum will make the move to try and get into P3. There he goes. The pole sitter's back on the podium, but he won't win unless Edgar and Michelotto come together, and I cannot see that happening. Oh, he's back to 4th spot. Janice Chivico from Spain makes his way back into 3rd. Incredible. He won in Italy. He will win here in Spain. Johnny the Englishman Edgar wins the 2nd round of the European Championships. What a drive from the Forza Racing team pilot. 2nd, Mattia Michelotto. Janice Chivico, he's been knocking on the door. He climbs up onto the podium here at his home event. Janice Chivico at the Fernando Alonso circuit here at the driving the Fernando Alonso kart. Takes 3rd. What a race. These are the highlights. Lullum from pole. He dominated all weekend. He led away off the start. He would eventually finish in P4. Thompson and Maloney They made the move at the end of the first lap. The Ricky Flynn Motorsport drivers, they were looking good to go 1 and 2 at the early stage of the race. Thompson, the best of the RFM team pilots, eventually finishing in 5th behind Maloney in 6th spot. We will cap the order for you in a few moments. Morozov, the Russian, he was also in contention before running wide on the very last lap. He ultimately finished in P16. The lead changed virtually every lap. There was Chris Lullam. What a brilliant drive from Mattia Michelotto. He came from grid number 16 to finish 2nd. An incredible effort from the Zanardi team pilot. Thompson drove a brilliant race, ultimately not making it onto the podium. Patterson, also the Scottish driver for Forza Racing, was right in contention until the very, very end. Thompson and Lullam, both from London in England. It was a 5-way fight for the lead towards the end of the race. Thompson was looking good. Went side by side down into turn number 1. This was awesome stuff. Reminiscent of Talladega Nights till Lullam was forced off wide. That was the end of his podium chances right there. Thompson also went grass cutting. The RFM team driver, debris on his Vega tyres, and ultimately cost him a spot on the podium. Johnny Edgar held on when it counted. He pulled away. Incredibly, he has won for the 2nd time here in a row. Mattia Michelotto finishing in 2nd spot. But Johnny, the Englishman Edgar, has taken a remarkable win here this afternoon for the 2nd race in a row. Michelotto was 2nd, and Jenis Civico here in Spain finishes on the podium. We will cap the order for you. There is the official results. Johnny, the Englishman Edgar, makes it 2 from 2. We will hear the Union Jack. We will see the Union Jack. We'll hear the English national anthem play out here in Spain in a few moments. Michelotto, what a drive from the Italian. He was 2nd from grid 16, and Jenis Civico also drove a brilliant race from grid number 11 to finish in 3rd. Bad luck for Dexter Patterson, finishing in 17th after being in contention for the win also. And you really have to feel for Christopher Lullam after dominating all weekend, finishing 1 stop off the podium. What an incredible race. The first of our 3 finals here this afternoon on a very dark and overcast Fernando Alonso circuit. And the FA chassis we will see on the podium in a few moments. That is the scene here in Spain. I was going to say something about the rain in Spain falling mainly on the Fernando Alonso circuit. Let's hope not, until at least we see the checkered flag for the KZ final. Well, stay with us on CIKFIA.tv. The podium presentation in just a few moments. Here, the 3rd round of the European Championships at Oviedo in Spain. We wait for the drivers to make their way over to the podium. What a race, the 3rd event of the 2017 CIK FIA European Championships. I won't say that it's raining here in Spain, but it's certainly not dry. What an incredible race. And Johnny, the Englishman, Edgar, he won in the sunshine of Italy and in the wet conditions here in Spain. He's also going to stand on the top step of the podium. An incredible race. We're about to get underway with the podium presentations in just a few moments' time. Of course, after this, we will continue with the OK category. And then the 3rd and final race of the afternoon for the KZ gearbox class. The drivers make their way over to the podium. Ladies and gentlemen, what a race. The 3rd event of the CIK FIA European Championships. 3rd place, the driver from Spain here in Spain. Let's hear it for Jenis Civico. second place from Italy, from grid number 16 to come home second, Mattia Michelotto. He won in Italy. He has won here again for the second race in a row. The winner here in Spain, Johnny, the Englishman, Edgar. For the second race in a row, the British team have won the trophy here, representing Forza Racing, Jamie Croxford. As we stand by for the national anthem of Great Britain. Would now like to call on Mr. Carlos Ron Marquez, the President of the Regional Federation of Asturias, to present the third place trophy to Janice Chivico. Señor Angel Paniceres, representative of the Spanish Motorsport Federation, to present the second place trophy to Mattia Michelotto. And the Mayor of the town of Llanera, Mr. Gerardo Sayas, to present the winning trophy for the second race in a row. Let's hear it for Johnny, the Englishman, Edgar! Senor Vital Valle Prieto, the Vice President of the Regional Federation of Asturias, to present the winning team's trophy to Forza Racing's Jamie Croxford. As the girls step in to present the flowers to Janice, Mattia and Johnny. As we stand by for La Chidra de Asturias. The podium here at the third round of the European Championships. The girls also to present the Panta Fuel vouchers and the Avio Milano timepiece to Janice, Mattia and Johnny. As we step in for a quick word, first of all, with Janice Chivico. You speak English? Janice, we are here in Spain, third place. Congratulations.
Thank you. Muchas gracias a todos los que estáis aquí y os dedico a todos vosotros la tercera posición. Gracias.
Janice Chivico here in Spain.
Well done, Mattia Michelotto. What a race, what a drive from grid number 16. Second, you must be delighted. Congratulations.
Grazie a tutti, è stata una bella rimonta. Ringrazio la Chiesa Corse e la IAME per il lavoro che hanno fatto. Grazie a tutti.
Bravissimo, Mattia. Johnny, we saw you on the top step of the podium in Italy. You're back again. Congratulations, mate. What a drive once again.
Thank you. We started a long way back and everyone was battling at the front. So I got into the lead, I got a gap and managed to keep it. I'd like to thank Forza Racing, my mechanic, TM Engines, GFR and all my family and everyone else that's helped me.
Congratulations, Johnny. Well done. Third place, Janice Civico. Second place, Mattia Michelotto. And Johnny, the Englishman, Edgar, for the second race in a row. The second race of the afternoon, the OK final, in just a moment.